What if time itself was broken? What if a fully equipped, modern U.S. Marine platoon, just 43 elite warriors, were ripped from their world and thrown into the heart of the Roman Empire, now outnumbered more than 100 to 1? Their only allies are steel, fire, and tactics forged in the 21st century. Could modern firepower crush ancient might? Or would the unbreakable discipline of the Roman legionaries bring these warriors of the future to their knees? Today, we dive deep into one of the most mind-bending military matchups in history, where bullets meet blades and time is the battlefield. Let's break down the two forces locked in this impossible war. On one side stands the U.S. Marine Corps' most common fighting element, the platoon. 43 Marines, but each one is a force multiplier. Their standard issue M4 carbine rifles can engage targets up to 600 meters with pinpoint accuracy. They're backed by M27 infantry automatic rifles, M320 grenade launchers, and a trio of M240B machine guns, each capable of laying down nearly 1,000 rounds per. And that's just the beginning. They carry M67 fragmentation grenades, Kevlar armor, night vision goggles, advanced communications gear, and modern medical supplies that can stop bleeding, treat shock, and save lives on the field. But across the plain, stretching in every direction, is a Roman legion, the pride of the empire. 5,000 men trained from youth to fight, march, and kill. Each soldier holds a gladius, a short sword designed for brutal stabbing in tight formation. Before they close in, they throw their pilum, a heavy spear engineered to bend on impact, rendering enemy shields useless. They wear the iconic lorica segmentata, layered metal armor built to deflect blades and arrows, and carry the scutum, a massive rectangular shield that forms the backbone of their famous formations. Like the testudo or tortoise that protects them from every angle. And more than weapons, they bring structure, discipline, logistics, morale. The Roman military machine was built to conquer the known world, brick by brick, sword by sword. When the first bullets fly, history shatters. The Romans would never have seen or even imagined firearms. The crack of a rifle shot would sound like thunder. The scream of a machine gun would be louder than any war horn. The first volley of bullets would be catastrophic, slicing through shield walls like paper, sending men flying, bloodied and confused. Their testudo formation, so powerful against arrows and javelins, would be a death trap under fully automatic fire. The M240B would turn any cluster group into a field of bodies in seconds, and from behind cover, grenades would arc into shield formations, shredding metal and flesh alike. But it doesn't end there. At night, when ancient armies rest, the Marines go hunting. With night vision goggles, they see in complete darkness. They can ambush Roman scouts, strike supply camps, and move without a single torch revealing their presence. The psychological impact would be devastating. Romans would think they were facing gods or demons. And fear, more than fire, can break an army. In the first hours, the Marines don't just win, they dominate. But that initial edge comes with a deadly catch. Time. The Marines carry only what they can hold. Every bullet fired, every grenade thrown, is one less they'll ever have. They don't have infinite ammo, no helicopters, no resupply drops. Just what's in their packs and what they can scavenge. Their radios won't reach command. Their GPS won't find satellites. If they get injured, their medical gear can help, but only for so long. Meanwhile, the Roman legion is built for endurance. They march with supply wagons, skilled engineers, and entire support crews. They build fortified camps every night. They rotate troops. They have local food, water, shelter, and endless reinforcements. While Marines start strong, they can't fight forever. In a few days, they'll run low on food, water, and ammunition, and the Romans will still be coming. It's a terrifying reversal. At first, the Romans are cannon fodder. But as the hours pass, the Marines become hunted. Victory doesn't always belong to the strongest. Sometimes it goes to the smartest. The Marines are trained in fire and maneuver tactics. They split into fire teams, cover each other's movement, and constantly shift position. They can use terrain, hills, forests, rivers as natural barriers. But the Romans weren't mindless drones. They were masters of adaptation. Over centuries, they evolved their tactics against enemies from all over the known world. If the Romans survive the first shock, and they will, they'll begin to adjust. They'll spread out to avoid being clumped targets. They'll feign retreats, luring the Marines into kill zones. They track movement, send scouts to shadow the Marines' positions. They'll strike at night when the Marines are resting, exposed, and low on energy. Even worse, if the Marines are trapped in a city or forest, their guns become less effective. They can't see far, they can't shoot at range, and suddenly they're in the Romans' world, where sword and shield rule. One mistake, one wrong move, one corner turned too fast, and it's over. But the Marines still have cards to play, tools the Romans could never predict. Tear gas would be utterly alien. A single canister could cause panic, blindness, uncontrollable coughing, if deployed during a night raid. While the Marines wear gas masks, the Romans might think the gods themselves are punishing them. The Marines could also use fire, flammable liquids, improvised explosives, even just setting supply lines ablaze. The psychological warfare alone, smoke, thunder, lights in the dark, could make some legions desert before even seeing the enemy. But here's the catch. These weapons are limited. Every gas canister used is gone forever. And once the shock fades, the Romans will find ways to resist. They'll scatter. They'll dig in. They'll wait for the Marines to burn out, because when the last bullet is fired and the last grenade thrown, what's left is hand-to-hand combat. And no matter how strong or trained you are, 43 against thousands doesn't end well. So, who would win in the first 48 hours? The Marines. Without question. They could slaughter thousands, leave entire units in retreat, and fight without taking a single casualty. But in a week, a month, no food, no ammo, no sleep. The tide turns. The Romans are patient, resourceful, relentless. And eventually, sheer numbers and time would grind down even the best of modern warriors. Marines win the battle, the Romans win the war. If you were a Roman general, and your scouts told you of men with thunder in their hands and eyes that glow at night, what would you do? Let us know what you'd do if you were in command. On either side, could you rewrite history? Drop your theory in the comments, hit like, and subscribe for more time-bending war stories. And if you've got an idea for the next impossible showdown, we're all ears.